Well, hey there. Good morning. We're about to study God's Word. And one great thing about God's Word, no matter what happens the day before or what happens today, we can go into God's Word and it's like we're elevated. We're out of this world. We're out of the things that happen to us. I know last night was not a great night, but you know what? We're in God's Word now. So we're going to learn from Moses, one of our heroes in the Bible for sure. We're in Exodus 34. Today we're going to look at verses 29 through 35. 29 through 35. All right. When Moses came down from Mount Sinai with the two tablets of the covenant law in his hands, he was not aware that his face was radiant because he had spoken with the Lord. Okay, now radiant means it was glowing somehow. Moses comes down the mountain and his face is glowing because he'd spoken with the Lord. And the lesson there is if you talk to God, if you get close to him, people will know. They're going to see it. Maybe not quite to the extent of Moses because, he was like talking face to face with God, but people will know. It'll show. You'll be radiant. And I think we see that in you. You're radiant because you do spend time with God. And the more you do, the more it'll show. But look at here, verse 30. When Aaron and all the Israelites saw Moses, his face was radiant, and they were afraid to come near him. It was so much so, it was just different, and they didn't know what to do with it. But Moses called to them, so Aaron and all the leaders of the community came back to him, and he spoke to them. Afterward, all the Israelites came near him, and he gave them all the commands the Lord had given him on Mount Sinai. So first the leaders come, and then everybody else comes. When Moses finished speaking to them, he put a veil over his face. All right, they were scared to approach him, so he covered it up. But whenever he entered the Lord's presence to speak with him, he removed the veil until he came out. Okay, he put the veil so that people wouldn't be scared, but when it was just him and God, he took it off. And we got to be that way with God. I mean, sometimes when we're around other people, we cover things up. We don't let them see everything. But with God, let's open it all up. God knows it anyway. So just let him see your whole face. Let him see your whole body. Let him see your heart. All right. And when he came out and told the Israelites what he had been commanded, they saw that his face was radiant. Then Moses would put the veil back over his face until he went in to speak with the Lord. So the people just couldn't handle it. So Moses would put a veil on. Um, and people can only handle so much, and that's why I don't give you, excuse me, I don't tell you everything about all these verses and stuff. You can only handle so much. All right, and so Moses would put the veil on. They couldn't handle everything. They couldn't handle as much of the glory as Moses could. Moses was special that way. Hey, we're going to be in chapter 35 next time, all right? So thank you for watching again today. And I got to find how to stop it. There we go. I'll see you next time on the next edition of Take 5.